Hey everyone, this is a video response to Jason's Upside Down Gardening series posted on YouTube. Couldn't let him have all the fun this year, so I thought I'd share how we're doing our new upside down planters as well. It's still way too early to plant here in Colorado, but we've been working on trying to get everything ready. Most likely we'll actually start to put plants in the ground and in our planters somewhere around the 15th to the 20th of May. We're actually trying a different way of doing things this year. Just as a forward, I really think that upside down and container gardening has a lot of merit, but I will never, ever recommend the informational upside down planters to anyone ever again. What you're seeing here are actual pictures of what the planters looked like at the end of last year's growing season. They showed up late from the manufacturer due to a product recall that no one was ever told about. So by the time they got to me in mid-June, well, by that time there was virtually no chance or time left to really effectively grow anything. So what you're actually seeing here is less than 3 to 4 months of actual use after receiving the planters and hanging them. 3 to 4 months, that's it. The greenhouse material, quote unquote, that the company claims helps the growing just basically disintegrated in the short time that I had the planters. And oh, by the way, when I tried to contact a company in the fall to discuss the situation with them, well, first of all, they don't have an easily accessible address and they have no email address. Finally, after a third attempt, they responded to me with a form letter that basically said, "Sorry for your bad luck. We only guarantee our product for 30 days. So, bottom line, don't ever buy the planters you see on TV. They're a ripoff, and you can find a lot of better ways to do what they're actually offering. So, with all that being said, my wife and I set out to find a way to build a better upside down planter. And I think we've actually come up with a pretty good idea. These are actually 250 to 300 count golf ball baskets. They should provide a really good solid frame for the planter. They're a little bit heavy, but not too bad. They ran about $16 to $18 a bucket, but they should last me year after year instead of just a 1-year investment. I've seen a lot of folks recommending 5-gallon buckets, and I don't think that these will be any heavier than those would be. I was actually going to try the 5-gallon buckets, but my wife threatened me that I couldn't use those because they weren't exactly eye-pleasing to our garden. So I think that these will actually be okay. Here's a look at the hole where the plants will shoot out through the bottom. I'm thinking it should be wide enough to support any type of veggie that we would want to put in there. We're actually going to line the baskets with dual 3-foot by 3-foot pieces of mid-range landscape fabric. That'll allow for good soil containment while still letting the air move through and the water drain out. We're hanging our planters from shepherd's hooks that are outside my garden. I think my biggest concern, and I learned it the hard way last year, is just making sure that the hooks don't topple over from the weight of the soil, and especially when the soil gets wet. But again, no problem. What we've done is we've simply zip tied the shepherd's hooks to the fence posts, and that's proven to give the hooks plenty of support. In a couple of our planters, I'm probably going to try planting a couple of non-invasive herbs up on top. But I've heard you've got to be a bit careful which types of herbs you try to do this with, because if you're not, the root systems from the veggies and the herbs can get intertwined, and then neither grows as well as it should. I've got 8 of these planters ready to go in a couple of weeks, and I've already started picking up various types of tomatoes and peppers to plant, and started getting them hardied up as best we can. I am sticking with smaller fruit-bearing plants like jalapenos, banana peppers, habaneros, Roma, and cherry tomatoes. In researching just on the internet, it seems like one of the biggest problems that a lot of folks have is growing a fruit that, as it gets bigger, just simply falls off the plant from the force of gravity. So, looks like Jason's garden in Georgia is off to a good start, and I do wish him the very best down there. And I look forward to kind of keeping up this friendly competition throughout the year as we grow things upside down. I look to post our next video sometime in mid to late May as we start planting stuff actually in the baskets, and we'll see everybody then. Bye-bye.